Well, another two buildings in the Midlands have been awarded Grade 2 listed status today. First of all, the Art Deco Elmdon Terminal building at Birmingham Airport. It was first opened in 1939 and was used until the early 1980s. It's been joined on the National Heritage List for England, which now has 400,000 entries, by an 18th century squatter's cottage in South Shropshire. Audrey Diaz reports.
I now have much pleasure in declaring the airport of Birmingham open and in wishing it and on all those associated with it every success.
It was the eve of World War II when the Duchess of Kent set Birmingham on a new flypath. The Art Deco terminal was the stylish focus of Elmdon Airport, and for decades it welcomed new arrivals to the city. The increasing demand for air travel meant Birmingham Airport eventually outgrew its first building, and the last passengers used the terminal in 1984. The Birches Squatters Cottage at Cleaton, St Mary in Shropshire has also been listed today. It's a rare example of rural accommodation from the late 18th or early 19th century.
These sites then, once they're added to the list, are part of the planning system. It means the local authorities have to pay attention to them, so do developers, and we always work with communities, with owners, to get the best out of these kinds of sites.
The Elmdon building's overhanging canopies were designed to look like aircraft wings. It's been completely closed since March, and there were fears it may be bulldozed. Chris Shaw and Patty Garbott led a campaign to save it.
I think justice has been done. I think the building deserves to be listed, and I'm very pleased for everybody who signed the petition and anybody who's been associated with the building in the past.
An awful lot of people didn't know quite how deep the history of this building went, or of the archaeological or historical importance of it. I think the Grade 2 listing now brings that into the forefront, and people will take a renewed interest.
Air travel's age of glamour may have passed, but one of its architectural triumphs will now live on. Audrey Diaz, BBC Midlands Today.
Well, another warm one today with a hint of sunshine. What next? Another heat wave or not? Here's Shefali.
Oh, I wish there was a heat wave, Nick, but it is a bank holiday coming up after all, isn't it? So as tradition would have it, it tends to turn cooler, which is what it will do, I'm afraid. But today, this is how we started the day. We had a lovely sunrise here in Warwickshire and across in the southwest of the region in Herefordshire, a bit more in the way of cloud. But there was some sunshine around, and it looked quite good across the north as well. But we've got some positive news for the bank holiday weekend. There's not as much rain as we thought originally, so there's plenty of dry weather, usable weather around. Just a few showers dotted about on Saturday and perhaps a few on Monday too, but it is generally going to feel cooler. Temperatures are into the high teens, but you know, you never appreciate what you've got until you lose it, and we really could do with that heat wave this bank holiday weekend, but not going to get it. We've got these two fronts coming in from the northwest, and those fronts, the second one will weaken as a ridge of high pressure bills, and that will be Friday into Saturday. So as I say, we were expecting rain originally, but it's now going to be in the form of showers, and this cooler air starts to stream in and filter through from the northwest along those winds. But for tonight, so while we're looking at some rain crossing the region right now, this is going to be the trigger for those cooler conditions starting to spill in from that northwesterly direction. But that rain will still be affecting the southeastern corner into the morning tomorrow. Elsewhere, it's looking dry with some cloud, clearer spells to the northwest, and here temperatures down to about 12 to 13 Celsius. So the rain then clearing southeast with